Hey, what's up guys, Master here, come back with a brand new video for you guys. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about the case hype. Just do a quick market update, just basically on all cases, because cases right now are starting to become the main investment. We're seeing a lot of really good growth for a lot of different cases right now. But as always guys, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Discord's the top link in the description. Let's hop on into it. First up here, obviously I got to talk about the Shattered Web case. Shattered Web case have had a really good month. Starting off the month around $1-ish. Now we're currently up to about $1.50, which is a 50% increase. And I currently have just bought around 200 of these. You'll see it on the screen now. I just spent around 160 bucks, I believe. I went to a third-party website to buy them rather than buying them directly off the Steam market because I was paying with cash. Speaking of which, you can go down in the description if you want to support the channel. We've got a couple links there to some of your favorite places to buy CSGO skins for cash, and it just helps me out a lot. But as always, I think that the Shattered Web case still has a lot of potential. It's one of the 4 cases in CSGO that's completely discontinued, and the other 3 have had really good months. We are going to talk about them in just a little bit, but I think the Shattered Web case is definitely one that it's starting to get to the point where if you're not in, you might be starting to fall off the train a little bit. I can definitely see a small fallback, but otherwise I feel like this growth is probably going to go up slightly, and then maybe we'll start to see a level out for a day or two, right around $1.50, $1.60 in there. I think it's going to take around a week to cross, but I can definitely see a lot of good growth coming after that. Next up though, I want to talk about just the top 4 cases. Mainly the 3 of them have been taking off. That is the CSGO weapon case, the Bravo case, and the Esports 2013 case. All 3 of these have had a pretty identical growth pattern the past month. They've all been going up very quickly, and a lot of them have been disappearing from the Steam market. In a previous video, less than a month ago, I mentioned that there was around 1,000 of these on the Steam market. Currently, we're looking at about 500 combined. Now, this is an extremely low number, and if you throw the Hydra case in there with it, you're sitting at around 1,000. So these cases are definitely starting to be picked up, and we're starting to see very high price points. The CSGO weapon case right now, currently listed for around $54, and it's had a pretty insane month, going up over $10, almost $15. And that's just something that I can really see for a lot of these cases. As we get to the end of their quantity, the case start to go up very quickly because there's not too many people that are able to sell the case, and there's a lot of people who want the case. Next up here then, I want to talk about the mid-tier cases. Now, mid-tier cases is a pretty broad range for me. This goes, I'm going to throw mainly a couple of them: the Vanguard case, the Phoenix case, the glove case, and the breakout case. Now, all of these are really sitting in that 7,000 to 37,000 on the market, but they're all sitting in around $1 to maybe $2.50-ish range, and they've all had a pretty good month as well. Ideally, you want to look at the breakout case chart because that one has been very accurate as almost an overall judgment of the market lately. It's been going up and down with the market, which is not something that every case does. Every case is kind of unique because cases are able to stand alone from the CSGO market in general, but the breakout case has been a pretty good indicator for the past couple months. I like to look at this big growth jump here as we look from May 5th to May 15th as the case went from $1.90 to $2.30. We've seen a lot of people looking to grab some more cases if they didn't have enough already, and at this price point, I don't know if I really want to grab more of the breakout case. $2.30 is pretty expensive for the breakout case. Now, I believe it will go up, but at the same time, I don't want to dedicate that much money to one singular case. I want to look at another case that's around $1 range, potentially the Vanguard or the Phoenix in my opinion, or even the Chroma case. The Chroma case only has 11,000 left on the Steam market, and this is that point where we start to see the prices go up very quickly. I mean, there's only 11,000 of these cases left. That's a problem we're running into with a lot of the mid-tier cases now, is that they're starting to almost become the rare cases because there's so many of these being picked up and there's not a ton of them left on the market. These are the cases that are best to invest into if you think that CSGO is going to be very prosperous in the future, just because they could end up like the current rare cases that are sitting at almost $50, and some of them are over $50. Now, I don't think we'll get to that price for a lot of these cases, but the thing is, they're not too far away. There is some, like the Vanguard case, that only has 7,300 out there, and if you look at cases like the Hydra case that are sitting at $10, $11, they've got a tenth of that and they're 10 times the price. So it's sitting in a very similar position. One thing with the mid-tier cases you always got to watch out for is they are still in the rare drop pool, and this goes for pretty much every case in the rare drop pool, but they're all dropping except the esports case, the shattered web case, and the broken fang case. So they're the only 5 cases so far that we know of that have been completely discontinued. Now, this makes investing a little bit harder, but for cases like the CSGO weapon case and the Bravo case, most people that get these cases in game are probably just going to sell it immediately so they can get their 10 to 40 bucks or whatever. I don't expect a lot of these people to hold on to them for the future, or they might even open it. So I don't really see this as a major setback for a lot of these investments. It just kind of buffs up the esports cases a little bit because they're just slightly better than the competition in that aspect, but there's a lot of different aspects you got to look at. I mean, the esports 2013 case only has 9 skins in it, and that's something that the Bravo case does extremely good. I mean, the skins in the Bravo case are extremely desirable. It's got the fire serpent, but the esports 2013 case, I mean, the best thing in it is the op boom. No one wants the P90 death by Kitty, and there's just a lot of people who really want the fire serpent. So there's a lot of demand for the fire serpent and the Bravo case, but that doesn't mean the esports case is terrible either. Overall, looking at the case market right now, I think there's a lot of good things you can look forward to. I think the mid-tier cases like the Vanguard show a lot of potential just because compared to some of the other cases that are in that same amount on the market, it could be slightly undervalued. Now, that's not everything, but the amount that is out there, or the supply, is really one of the main driving forces for CSGO prices in cases. I think that right now, though, you really have to be getting into the case market if you're not already. There is a lot of good ones out there, and we may be looking at $230 Operation Breakout case now, but in the future we may be looking at $5 or $6 and you wish you got in earlier. I think there's a lot of good cases out there right now, and I think that most of these are pretty stable. There's obviously ones that are not stable and bad investments, but for the most part, case investing is usually one of the easiest things to do and one of the most stable if you're able to get in. And remember to never overpay for these. Go to a third-party website, or just make sure you're getting a good price on it. You just gotta make sure you're shopping around. But as always, guys, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.